The auction hall on Station Vex 7 hummed with the chatter of 100 different species. Merchants from across 3 spiral arms had gathered to bid on exotic creatures, rare minerals, and technological oddities. Marcus Webb stood at the back, grease still under his fingernails from the morning's repair work on a Quilaxian freighter. He wasn't here to buy, just to kill time before his next job. The auctioneer, a spindly Threxian with translucent skin, gestured toward a small containment cage. Next item. A curious specimen from the forest moon of Callus 9. Observe its deformity, white fur, pink eyes. Quite hideous by Calasian standards, but perhaps someone finds value in the bizarre. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Marcus craned his neck to see what the fuss was about. Inside the cage, no bigger than a shoebox, cowered a tiny creature. It had the features of what the galaxy called a Calasian shadow wolf, pointed ears, 4 legs, a small snout. But its fur was pure white, not the prized obsidian black of its species. The pup trembled, its pink eyes darting around the room full of giants. A thin whimper escaped its throat. Marcus felt his blood turn to ice. The auctioneer continued, oblivious. The mother rejected it at birth. Albinism is considered a curse among the Calasians. They will not touch such abominations. Starting bid 5 credits, 3 credits, someone shouted, followed by cruel laughter. I'll give you 2 for target practice. Another voice called out. The pup pressed itself against the back of the cage, shaking violently. Marcus watched as sophisticated species, civilizations that had mastered faster than light travel, quantum computing, and genetic engineering, mocked a terrified infant animal for the color of its fur. His hands clenched into fists. 2 credits going once. 1,000 credits. Marcus's voice cut through the hall like a laser through hull plating. The room fell silent. Every head turned. The Threxian auctioneer's eye stalk swiveled toward the back of the room. I'm sorry, did you say 1,000? You heard me. Marcus pushed through the crowd, his worn work boots heavy on the metal floor. He reached the front and met the auctioneer's gaze. 1,000 credits. Right now. A Quilaxian diplomat, its facial tentacles twitching with amusement, leaned toward its companion. Humans, it chittered. Always sentimental over the strangest things. Marcus ignored it. He transferred the credits, nearly half his savings, and the auctioneer opened the cage with a shrug. Sold, though I cannot imagine what use. Marcus reached in slowly, carefully. The pup flinched, then seemed to realize this creature meant no harm. He lifted it gently, cradling it against his chest. It weighed almost nothing. He could feel its tiny heart racing like a failing reactor. You're okay now, he whispered. I've got you. As Marcus turned to leave, the Quilaxian diplomat blocked his path. Curious behavior, human. That creature is genetically worthless, defective. Why waste resources on damaged goods? Marcus looked down at the pup, then back at the alien. When he spoke, his voice was quiet but carried the weight of something ancient and immovable. My species had a name for creatures like this once. We called them dogs. Dogs? The Quilaxian's translator stumbled over the unfamiliar word. Thousands of years ago, we found wolves, predators that could kill us, and we didn't run. We didn't exterminate them. We fed them, sheltered them, loved them. Marcus's hand gently stroked the pup's head. It had stopped shaking. We turned our greatest competitors into our greatest companions. We bred them into 1,000 different shapes and sizes. And you know what we discovered? The Quilaxian said nothing. The ones you call defective, the albinos, the runts, the ones born different, they're just as capable of love, just as worthy of life. Marcus's eyes hardened. We learned that lesson 20,000 years ago. Maybe your civilizations will figure it out eventually. He walked past the stunned diplomat and out of the auction hall. 3 months later, Marcus sat in his workshop aboard a human cargo vessel. The prairie wind. Tools and engine parts cluttered every surface. And there, curled up on a nest of old blankets, slept a white-furred pup that had tripled in size. The door slid open. Captain Reeves stepped in, holding a datapad. Webb, we've got to... She stopped, noticing the sleeping animal. Is that the thing you bought on Vex 7? Her name is Ghost. Marcus didn't look up from the plasma conduit he was rewiring. You know the Calasians have put out a bounty, right? They want her back. Apparently, word got out that a human saved her, and now there's some movement among the younger Calasians questioning their traditions about albinos. Reeves shook her head. You've started an interstellar incident over a puppy. Marcus set down his tools and looked at Ghost. She had opened one pink eye, noticed him watching, and her tail began to wag. "Good," he said simply. Captain Reeves sighed, but Marcus caught the hint of a smile. "Just keep her out of engineering when we're in FTL." "Yes, ma'am." After the captain left, Marcus walked over and knelt by Ghost's blankets. She immediately rolled over, demanding belly rubs with the absolute confidence of a creature that had forgotten it was ever unwanted. Marcus obliged, scratching behind her ears as her back leg kicked with joy. In the vast coldness of space, where empires rose and fell, where species measured worth in genetic purity and economic value, a human mechanic had made a choice that civilizations far older than his own couldn't comprehend. He had seen something scared and small and different, and he had chosen kindness. Ghost licked his hand and Marcus smiled. "Yeah," he murmured. "You're a good girl." "Yes, you are." Outside, the stars wheeled by in their eternal dance, and in a cramped workshop on a cargo ship, a lesson as old as humanity itself played out once more. That the measure of a civilization isn't in its technology or its territory. It's in how it treats those who cannot defend themselves.